when we talk about our faith and about the good news that Jesus came and died for us and that we can be reunited with the Father through him, when we try to share this news, especially to people who are either non-believers or are weak in faith, it is easy to water down the truth. And I struggle with this because I don't want to make people angry, but I want them to know the good news. And that involves the hard truth that we are all sinners and that the things that we do hurt God. And so we can be tempted when sharing the good news to water down the truth. And it doesn't mean be abrasive, because that's not the approach either. But reading 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, the study notes in my Bible is giving such good advice. And this is what it says, talking about chapter 2, verses 4 through 8. It says, in trying to persuade people, we may be tempted to alter our position as we share the gospel, just enough to make our message more palatable or more easy to digest to the receiver. Or we try to use flattery or praise in the message of the good news to make people want to hear it more. But maybe we're not talking so much about the truth of the gospel. We're making it more flattering for them to hear. But there's some hard truth when it comes to the gospel. Like I said, it says this: Paul never changed his message to make it more acceptable. And he was preaching at churches all over the place. He never changed his message to make it more acceptable. But he did tailor his methods to the audience. Although our presentation must be altered to be appropriate to the situation, the truth of the good news must never be compromised. Never. Watering down the words of God will only lead to a watered down faith. It says for us to boldly share God's truth and trust him to work in the lives of others. So yes, it is our responsibility as human beings saved by the grace of Jesus to share the good news of the gospel so that others can also be saved and their whole eternity will be affected by it. But we can't water down the truth, and sometimes it's hard, I understand. But let us keep the good news true to what it is, even when it's hard, and let us pray for courage. Thank you for watching. Until next time.